Hi there. This is relationship coach Renata Paris, and this is my very first Get Relationships Right video tip, Friday video tip, which I will be putting out every Friday. So here's what I want to talk about today. When I was in my 20s, I was in Landmark Education, and I learned many valuable things from Landmark Education. Here's one thing that stayed with me. It has made a huge difference in my relationships, and I want to pass that right on to you. And that is to notice and pay attention to what I leave in other people's space. So that goes with what I leave in other people's space, as in physically. You know, if I'm living with someone, am I leaving dishes in their space? If I'm sick, am I leaving germs in their space because I don't wash my hands? Am I leaving laundry in their space if I'm living with a partner? Am I leaving books and papers and baggage in somebody's space? So physically, what am I leaving in people's space? But also emotionally, what am I leaving people with? Am I leaving someone hurt? Am I leaving someone confused? Am I leaving someone damaged? Or am I leaving people complete, whole, better off than they were before they had an interaction with me? Now what's interesting is that probably sounds like a tremendous amount of work, because all of us are generally focused on what we need, what we're up to, what we're doing. But once you start to think about not just yourself, but also what are you leaving in other people's space, it stops being so difficult. It actually becomes a normal part of you, so that you automatically start to notice, well, here I am, and what am I leaving in people's space? How am I leaving people? So in order to have great relationships, you always want to leave people better off than you found them. Even if they are your spouse, or the person you're dating, or the date that you were, the person you were on the date with, or your child, or anyone that you interact with. You want people to feel better after having interacted with you than without you, or having or having not interacted with you. And in terms of what you physically leave in people's space, you want to leave as little negative in people's space as possible. In other words, you want to clean up after yourself as much as possible. You only want to leave a little sunshine on my face. I'm outside in a wonderful Northwest Indian summer that we're having. You only want to leave positive things in people's space. So I want you to think about that over the weekend. And I have an assignment for you. I would love for you to comment on this video and tell me what you've discovered as a result of thinking about what you leave in people's space, both emotionally and physically. And see if that makes a difference in your relationships, because I know it will. I know it has made a tremendous difference in mine. And I know that you can get relationships right if you work on them. This is relationship coach Renata Paris of GetRelationshipsRight.com. And I will talk to you next week.